So we will start our session. So very good evening to all of you. So today we will discuss one of the important terminology in Java 8, that is Lambda expression. So it is one of the important terminology for interview point of view. So first of all, we will know what is Lambda expression, what is the advantage, what we will get the benefit if we will use Lambda expression in our source code. So everything that we will discuss practically we will also see, and we will get the clarity. After that, so we will go to the next point as for our agenda, that is stream API. So what is streams, that also we will cover. So first of all, we will know what is Lambda expression. Lambda expression or Lambda function, or we can say Lambda method. It is an anonymous method. The method without name, that is known as anonymous method. It is, if I will write, it is an anonymous method. That means the method without a name. Lambda expression. It is an alternative of anonymous inner class. So here we will get clarity what is anonymous inner class and how lambda expression is the alternative of anonymous inner class. So there is a syntax, there is a general form. The general form of lambda expression is, so within parenthesis parameter list, there is parameter list, so there is an arrow mark, then within curly bracket begin and end I will write some code, then semicolon. So this is the syntax, this is the general form of lambda expression. And you see, so parenthesis, it is representing function or method. So there is no name. The method without name, that is called as anonymous. So practically we will see. So I will go to my Eclipse environment and I will state how to represent lambda expression. So first of all, I will define an interface. I will define an interface. So before that, I will create a project. I will create a project, file, new Java project. Let my project name is core Java projects. Then click on finish button. Now, so I will go to src folder, right click on src folder, new class. Let my package name is com.ceylon software. So let my class name is Lambda example. Then I will select main method, click on finish button. So now I will show you one scenario. Then one example I will show. Then in three ways that I will write, then we will get the clarity how we will write the lambda expression and how we are getting benefits. Let we have an interface. Let my interface name is transaction. Let I have an interface. So we know that an interface containing abstract method by default, every method is abstract. Let it suppose I have a task. I will deposit some amount. For that one method I am representing. Let my method name is deposit. So here deposit method is by default abstract method. Then how the abstract method we will define, because this point we have known how a method inside the interface we will define. The answer is by creating an implementation class. So I will create a class. Let class name implements. Interface name is transaction. Now here A is my implementation class. So here I will define this method public void deposit int amount. Let one output statement I will write system.out.println. Let the deposited amount is, let the value of amount. So in this way I defined the abstract method, that is deposit method. So this is a simple interface example. We have one interface. Let the interface name is transaction, having one method, that is deposit method. By default the method is abstract inside the interface. That deposit method I defined by creating an implementation class. Now I will go to main method. So here I will declare the object of class. Here A is class. So I will take an object of a class. Then I will call the method, let deposit, let suppose 25,000. Let it, because at the time of method definition we have taken one argument. So when I will call, I will take a value. Method call and method definition signature must be same. So when this line will execute, when this method is invoking by the object obj, So this deposit method definition will execute. Now I will save Control S. So now I will run a Java application, and you see we got the output. The deposited amount is 25,000. So this is a simple interoffice example. Now this program, in this program, I will represent anonymous in our class. Then I will show you lambda expression, and we will see how the lambda expression is the alternative of anonymous in our class. The class without name, that is anonymous in our class. You see, so where the class we have written, particularly the business logic we have written in which class? That is the class A. Because this part is our logic. So the concept is saying if I want to represent anonymous in our class, so whatever the class we have, so that class I will remove. So if I will see here the class name A I have written, let it I will remove. Here class A I will remove. Suppose in this line at the time of object declaration I removed the class A. So if I will remove class A, so instead of that which point I will write? So whatever the point I have specified in this program, so one point I will represent, I will write here. So so I did little bit analysis. Now the class A I removed. Then I saw interoffice name that I have. Suppose I will copy. No, I will paste here. Then transaction obj equals to new transaction. Suppose I will write, but it will give error because class name object name equals to new class name. This is the object declaration syntax. But instead of class, if I will write interoffice, so you see which error is coming. So cannot instantiate the type transaction. So in this way, the interface cannot instantiate. Then this is the one point first we will do. Then we saw here also there is a class. Because my point is in this program where the class A I will see, I will remove. Then this part I will remove. But this is the body. This body is business logic. So now what I will do, I will cut and here I will paste. Then Control S. Now it is okay. So whatever the class body we had, so that class body I will cut and I pasted here. So now this is the body of the class A, but class A explicitly we have not written. So now this is called as anonymous in our class. This is called as anonymous in our class. So now I will save same output I will get. You see, so now I will run and you see. Same output I got, the deposited amount is 25,000. So in my first approach, by representing normal interoffice program, we saw the output. Now here we used the concept of anonymous in our class. We got same output. Previously, we had one interoffice, two classes, but here, but now we have one interoffice and one class. So code complexity is reducing. So this is one of the benefit. Now, once we will get an idea about an anonymous in our class, then the concept is saying lambda expression is the alternative of anonymous in our class. So as for the syntax, you see, as for the syntax, within parenthesis parameter list, I will go to the environment. You see, where is the parameter within parenthesis? I found here within parenthesis because we this is anonymous in our class. Now, in which way that we are representing or we are using lambda expression? So I did analysis as per the syntax of lambda expression. I found where within parenthesis some parameter is given. So here I found, so within bracket a parameter is given. So before that, what I will do, I will delete, I will remove this because right hand side, so whatever anything we are performing, so the result will assign in left hand side. So I will put an arrow mark, arrow symbol I will give. So as per the syntax, then as per the syntax, curly bracket begin, curly bracket end, then semicolon. So here I will write a semicolon, I will put a semicolon, then this. Now control S. Now I will save. So this is lambda expression. This is lambda expression. This is lambda expression. And you see, so huge code complexity is reducing. So now we saw normally using interface concept, we got the output. Then we saw using anonymous inner class, we got output. Now, instead of anonymous inner class, we used lambda expression. Now control S. Now I will run. And you see, same output I got. The deposited amount is 25,000. So same output I got. And this is the lambda expression. So the most or the main advantage is reduce the code complexity. So I hope everybody got clarity. Then suppose I want to perform more than one transaction. Here deposit one transaction that I have done. Let it I have more than one task like deposit. Suppose I want to withdraw something. So for that, so I will think, so if another task that is given, so let withdraw that we have to do, and for that I will take another method. void withdraw, int amount, then control S. You see, when another method, by default, the method is abstract inside the interface. You see, you observe when another method I presented immediately in lambda expression line, error came. And which error that is arising, first of all, that we have to see. And you see, if I will bring my cursor to the red color cross mark, and what message we are getting, you see the target type of this expression must be a functional interface. So again, I am reading. So what the error is coming to our picture, the target type of this expression must be a functional interface. That means the concept is saying whatever we are representing lambda expression, whatever we are writing lambda expression, so what the corresponding interface must be a functional interface. Then another new terminology came. What is functional interface? You remember the interface containing one abstract method is known as functional interface. So here our interface name is transaction, but this interface transaction containing two method, one is deposit method, another is withdraw method. So hence we cannot say the interface transaction is a functional interface. It is not a functional interface. That's why the lambda expression in that line an error is coming. So, in which way that we will do? So, if more than one task that we want to perform, then another interface, another functional interface we have to take. Suppose let this is interface transaction 1. Now I will create another transaction, I will take another interface. Let this is transaction true, and this is withdraw method like this. Then similarly, so here transaction 1, let obj1. Okay, so this is obj1. So let it, so I will do copy, and I will paste here. So let transaction true, let obj true. This, so let it, I can write the withdraw amount is this. So then I can call withdraw method obj true dot withdraw method, let 10,000. This control S. So exactly, okay, so withdraw. Okay, so now in this way that we can resolve. So what we did, we presented two lambda expression, one for transaction one interface, one for deposit, and one for withdraw. So now control S, and I will run, and you see what we are getting output. You see the deposited amount is 25,000 and the withdraw amount is 10,000. So I hope everybody got clarity what is lambda expression. So overall we observed Lambda expression is an anonymous method. The method without name, that is anonymous method. This lambda expression is also an alternative of anonymous inner class. The class without name, that is anonymous inner class. So in this way we got the clarity about lambda expression. So I think it is one of the popular point, especially for the interview point of view. Then, or this is one of the good point of Java 8, because we are covering Java 8. Then we will go to the next important point, that is very important point, especially for the interview, that is what stream, Java Stream API. But there is another stream also, IO stream, but that is different. That was the package java.io, file input stream, output stream. But in Java 8, the stream, whatever now we will cover, so the corresponding package is java.util package. Java.util package. Okay, guys. So first of all, we have to know what is a stream. The next important point that we will cover, so that is Java stream. Java streams. So first of all, you take the concept first. So before that, I hope you have some idea about a collection, Java collection containing a group of data items, but treated as a single entity. Suppose let it we have a collection, some data items. We have some data items. Basically, the data item, so called as also object, some data items. Okay, so whatever the data items in a collection, because in a collection we store the data items. Then that data item we will process. We will process the data items based on a condition. Let it suppose I will implement I will implement a condition. I will implement a condition. I will implement a condition, and based on this condition, so this data we will process. Then after processing the data, whether we will store in another collection, or we will what use for other reasons. Okay, so in which way that we are doing, so that is the concept of streams. So collection we store data, but the data in which way that we will process based on some condition, whatever the mechanism we will know. Basically two mechanism, one is filter and one is map, particularly in this context. Then after processing, so we can store in other collection, or we can assign in other collection, or we use in for other purposes. So basically, so this is called as streams. So two mechanism, one is filter and one is map. So by using two mechanism, so we can process the data. Suppose, we will consider an example. Let we have a collection. Let this collection containing some data items. Let 10, 15, let 20, this type of data item suppose. Let 25, let 30, let some data items, integer data items. Now what the concept is saying, so this is Java Stream API, Java Stream. So what the concept is saying, so whatever the collection it is given, first we have a collection containing some data items. Then all data items, all data items, I will add to a stream. I will add to a stream. So directly from on this collection, whatever we have, so we will not process anything. So whatever we have the collection, now I will bring all the data items and add into a stream. So practically we will see. So I will add into a stream. Now in stream, we will implement either filter mechanism or map mechanism. Let it suppose one mechanism I will apply, that is filter. I want to see all even numbers, and from a collection I will process the data items and I will get all even numbers. That even numbers I will assign in another collection. All even numbers, that is 10, that is 20, that is 30. So all even numbers I want to assign in other collection. So this is the concept. A collection is given. We will bring all data items. We will add into a stream. Then on the stream, we will apply filter mechanism. Filtering as per our condition, the data items will filter, and whatever the data items that will generate as output, we can assign in another collection. Map, similarly, there is another mechanism, map. So all data items, if it will come to stream, then we will do some operation. We will do some operation. Then every data item, so will update. Every data item will update. So that is the concept of a map. Now directly we will go to the practical work. So I will go to my Eclipse environment. So I hope this lambda expression, I hope everybody have got clarity. Then we will go to the next example. Basically, stream point of view, we will see. Now I will take a class. Let my class name is suppose filter demo. Let my class name is filter demo 1. Let my class name is filter demo 1, and I will select main method, click on finish button. Okay. So now first of all, I will take a list. I will take a collection. Okay. So I will take a collection. Let suppose one collection I will take, let it array. So array list. Before that, since we are using collection, it will be better. So first of all, I will import package. So java dot utility dot star package. Now I will take an array list object. So array list. So it is a generic. Suppose I will I will add some integer data items. So within angle bracket, I will write the refer class of int, that is integer. Then one object, suppose I will take, suppose let it array list AL1, suppose. So let it object array list. Let it in this way. One array list object I am taking. So new class name, new array list. So integer this. So one array list object I took. Now I will add some data items. My object name is array list. So there is a ready-made method dot add. Okay, some data items. Suppose I will add 10. So some data items I will assign. I will copy this. Let it 10, 15, and 20. Let it 25. Let it 30. So this is one way that we will consider a collection, and after that we assigned some data items. There is another approach to represent an array list containing some data items. So we can write instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, instead of 6 lines, we can write one line. We can represent all these things in a one line. Let it. Suppose I will save. Let I will give the comment. Suppose I am giving this whole things. I will give a comment. Now, so how I will represent? There is another way. Let list class name is integer. So let my object is suppose list one. So there is a class arrays, and there is a method as list method, and directly I can write 10 comma 20, let it 15 comma 20 comma 25 comma 30. So in this way we can represent a list. So I will suggest you just use this pattern because code complexity is reducing. Instead of 6 lines, so I can write only one line. So as list, it is a built-in method. When it is invoking by arrays class, it is returning a list object. So now the list one containing some data items, that is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So now my objective is in this collection, I want to filter even numbers. So what I will do, and whatever the even numbers I will filter, so that even numbers I will assign in another list. Suppose another list, suppose I will take, let new list or list 2. Okay, another list. So simply I will take a new array list, new array list. Yes, integer this. So another list object, another array list object I will take, but in list 2, I will assign the output data items. Now, my objective is I want to filter. So first of all, this task I can do without stream, without using streams. So how I will do without streams? So we can do happily. So we know there is a for each loop, enhanced for loop. So I will write suppose one what third variable, let it n, so colon, so input is list 1. So what is the meaning? Meaning is for each value of list 1 in n, for each value of list 1 in n, all data items of list 1 will come to n, and I will put a condition. Condition is what? If n modulo true double equals to 0, if n modulo true double equals to 0, then what I will do? So my output list is list true dot add within bracket n I will write. So now without stream, so this is my solution. Control S. So what I did, simply I used enhanced for loop. Simply I used for each loop. So for each value of list 1 came to n, so then condition will start. For each value of list 1, all the data items will come to n. So this body will execute. This body is the for loop body, but this body is nothing but an if expression, and we know that in which way the control is evaluating the if expression. Now the output list name is list 2, and after for loop, so I can write an output statement system.out.println. So I can write the list 2, the value of list 2 will display. Now control S. So now I will run. So run as Java application, and you see, so 10, 20, 30 that we got. Only even numbers I got. So here we did without using stream. But our objective is not that. Our objective is we will use stream for resolving our task. So what I will do now, I will give a comment. Enter things, I am giving comments. Now, so as for our objective with streams, so how we will resolve our task. So what the concept is saying, whatever I was discussing. So whatever the collection is given, now all data items from collection I will bring and I will add into a stream. So how I will add into a stream? So my input is list 1. So list 1 dot. So first of all, I will add to stream. For this, there is a method, stream method. Okay, so mindfully listen in which way that I am explaining. So I hope everybody is understanding. So as per the concept, whatever the collection is given. Now my collection, my input is list 1. So first of all, I will add all data items into a stream. So how? There is a method, stream method, by invoking stream method. So once all data items will come to stream, then we will apply filter mechanism. So dot, so I will apply filter mechanism. So there is a filter method I have to call. So filter method filtering the data items. But as per the concept, filter method will work based on a condition. So within bracket, I will take an argument, I will write an expression. That expression is called as predicate. So I will pass one argument, I will pass a parameter. Let my parameter is one parameter. Suppose I will take n, and I will write, I will specify, I will represent a condition. You see, automatically that option is coming, predicate. So you remember, within filter method, whatever I will write the expression, so that is predicate. Predicate is something which is returning a boolean value, whether it will be true or it will be false. And suppose I will write a lambda expression. So n modulo true double equals to 0. So now, based on this expression, so filter method will filter. So after filtering, so this expression, this lambda expression, this is called as predicate. And predicate is something which is returning a boolean value, and it is what? An argument to filter method, or it is a parameter to filter method. Then based on this condition, filter method filtering the data items. After that, we will assign in another collection. So whatever the data items filtered as per the condition, only even number, then I will collect. So I will collect that data items, and I will assign into another list. So if I will assign to another list for this, so another method I have to call, that is collectors. Collectors is a built-in class dot to list method. So there is a method to list method. Then, and it will assign, so one output list I will mention. Let my output list is list 2. So collectors we have to import. Yes. So collectors we have to import. So java dot util dot stream dot collectors. Okay, so I imported. So now this is the solution. Now this is known as stream. So again I am repeating. So first of all, I what brought collection list 1. Now all data items of list 1 I will add into stream. For that stream method I invoke. So now after adding all data items into stream, then I will apply filter mechanism. So how I will apply filter mechanism? For that, there is a method, filter method I have to call. Concept is saying filter method is a such method which is taking a parameter that is known as predicate, and that predicate returning a boolean value. So here predicate is nothing but one lambda expression that we have written. So based on predicate, filter method filtering the data items, that means we are getting all even numbers. Then after getting all even numbers, Then I will collect all the even numbers and assign into another collection. If my purpose is I will assign in another collection, so for that there is a built-in method that is toList method. So it is a such method, it is invoking by class directly. So that class name is collectors. Now I will write output statement, because without output statement, output cannot come to our picture. So I will write output statement system dot out dot println. So I will write list 2. Now control S. I will save. So you see, so in without so using stream, now with stream. So you see, and so what we are getting the benefit, code complexity is reducing. So now I will save, then I will run. So you see, so what we are getting the output 10, 20, 30. So I hope everybody got clarity. So this is code known as string. Then this line we can write in another way. Suppose I don't want to assign all even numbers in another collection directly in console, directly it will display. So I can write another way. Also now I am giving this comment after execution. We got clarity. So then I am giving comment. So you see how many ways that I am able to write. I am writing. So every approach, if you will be acquainted, so definitely you will be expert. Now same things. So list one. Suppose same things. So I will copy and I will paste here. Now my requirement is I don't want to assign all even numbers in another collection directly in console. I can what display. So how? So for this there is a built-in method for each method. For each method in Stream API. So many built-in methods. So for processing, there are so many methods that we have to acquaint. So currently we saw there is a method filter, there is a method stream, there is a method tool list. So now for each method we are using, and here within bracket I will write so a lambda expression. So directly here I will write an output statement dot println within bracket n. So this is actually particularly in this context, this is called as consumer. This part is called as consumer, consuming. So whatever the filter method filtering based on a condition, whatever the filter method filtering and whatever the output is generating, so that output this for each method consuming and all data items we are displaying in the what through one parameter that is n. For that we are writing one lambda expression. So here I am not assigning in other collection. So for this context this is called as consumer. So we are this expression consuming whatever the output generating by the filter method. So now I will save. So now I will run, and you see same output we got 10, 20, 30. So our objective is we will get all even numbers. Our objective is we will get all even numbers. So this part, there is also another way also I can write. Now just I am giving comment. You see how many. process that I am writing. So same things, same line. Now I will copy. So I will paste here. So instead of what within for each method, just I am changing, I am updating some things. So instead of what writing lambda expression, so using system dot out object, so directly we can access all the what output data items. How? System dot out, then print ln. So there is one operator that we use, double colon. So print ln, this object we are accessing through system dot out. So in this way, so all data items, whatever the filter method have generated, so that data item directly it will display, it will access by print ln, which is accessed by the system dot out object. Now I will hit run. I will save control S. Now I will hit run. So you see, same output I got 10, 20, 30. So I hope everybody got clarity what is a stream. So various ways that we are writing. So in this way, but this is very popular. This line is very popular because whatever the filter mechanism we are applying and whatever the data items generating as output, always it will be good practice that we can assign in another collection. So this is one mechanism, filter mechanism. So I hope everybody got clarity what is a stream and in which way that we are writing what stream using stream, how we are processing the data from a collection and how we are using filter method. So there are so many examples that we will do using filter, then after that then we will go to map mechanism. So guys, today so I think this is the points that we covered. So in my next live session, so I will show you more and more examples of filter method, and then we will go to map. Map also I will cover. After that, so many what examples, so many problems that we will do. Because in Java 8, I believe Lambda expression and stream API is important, especially for the interview point of view. So whatever we did, so I hope you do the practice. I hope you all have written. So immediately you do the practice. So it will be benefits for you. So you write everything. So what is lambda expression? What is the advantage of lambda expression? In which way that we are writing lambda expression for resolving a task? Similarly, what is streams? Okay, then what is the mechanism? What is the flow control? In which way that we are processing the data from a collection? One mechanism today we covered, that is filter. Then next in my next live so class I will cover map. So I think this is all about the today's points. So now I will wind up the today's session. So thank you to all of you.